Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain. And the Packers are going to have a first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
On first down, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And all in all, pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Ready. Striker, 3-3.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
22 middle.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Ready, ready.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And going deep for Hill. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he's got it down to the 28.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready?
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Ready?
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. the middle they go with Mostert.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing off. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And some room to work. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. They're going deep for Hill. This is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Number 50, hey, you block over here.
And again, it's Rodgers. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On the double. Double, 38. Ready?
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Running the counter with Mostert.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
Shot, 17.
Tua going to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown.
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. An inside give to Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 30 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from the opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Right. Hey, check Mega. Ready?
After the turnover, it's Tua.
Escaping the pressure right. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Hey, go Fury.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Hey, close to you.
Now Tua. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Steal, check steal. Mega.
Here's Tua. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. With their whole
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Nixon elects not to return it, and
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On play action, now Rodgers out to his left.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's got some space here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones.
34 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
But that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 35 on second down. Tua. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Dolphins 14.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Rodgers. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They go back to the ground with Jones. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw.
Jones has it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Now that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Well, with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Bradley Chubb there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers throwing here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Rodgers now to throw. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come out in the pistol. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Hey, 88, 26.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Dolphins 21. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 67 yards.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers looking to throw. That's complete to Lazard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Throwing is Rodgers.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he's got it inside the 10. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson,
his second touchdown of the night.
And the Packers tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
He's got a man complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2 now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2 to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Here we go.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads